Hi, this is Nanette Hosenfeld with the Great Basin Smoke Dispersion Briefing for Monday, February 13th, 2017. Over the past 7 days, there's been quite a bit of precipitation across the Great Basin. You can see the greatest amounts have been across portions of Idaho, the higher terrain of Utah, and far western Nevada. These areas are well above normal over the past 7 days. However, you can see further to the south in the Great Basin, precipitation has been below normal. The satellite shows a low-pressure system far to the south of the Great Basin. That is making its way out of the area, and we have some moisture far off the Pacific Ocean moving inland. For today, we will continue to see that moisture make its way to the south and east with mostly dry conditions across the area. We will see poor to fair mixing across the northwestern two-thirds of the area, with some good to excellent mixing across the southern third of the Great Basin. Looking at that in more detail, you can see that better mixing to the south and east is due to the higher transport winds and higher mixing heights. As we move into Tuesday, we'll continue to see high pressure build into the Great Basin. That high pressure leads to poor mixing, and you can see the ventilation index drops moving into Tuesday. And so we look at that in greater detail, you can see those light transport winds and the low mixing heights across the majority of the area. On Wednesday, the high pressure stays in place across the area, leading to another day of poor to fair mixing across the Great Basin. And as you would expect with the high pressure in place, we are looking at light transport winds across much of the area, along with those low mixing heights. The Utah Forecast Clearing Index from the National Weather Service shows a similar trend, with really poor to fair mixing across Utah through at least Wednesday. In the next 3 days, really little, if any, precipitation is expected across the Great Basin. As we move into Thursday, we will start to see some moisture making its way into portions of the Great Basin. Mixing will begin to improve from the west as we will see winds picking up ahead of that system. On Friday, we will continue to see an improvement with the mixing as its system makes its way through the Great Basin. You can see mixing will be the best across the west. On Saturday, that low-pressure system drops to the south of the Great Basin, bringing moisture to much of the area. And with the unsettled weather, we will see good to excellent mixing across the majority of the area. Finally, on Sunday, we are looking at continued unsettled weather across the Great Basin, and so we will see pockets of good to excellent mixing continuing into Sunday. In the 4 to 5 day period, the WPC is showing precipitation across the entire area. The greatest precipitation accumulations will be across the south, closest to that low-pressure system. Finally, the Climate Prediction Center 8 to 14 day outlook is calling for below normal temperatures across the western portion of the Great Basin, with normal temperatures maybe just across the far eastern part of the area, and above normal precipitation across the entire Great Basin. So that's it. If you have any questions, please feel free to contact us. Our information is on the screen. You can also find us on Twitter. Thanks.